Dela writes, my MVVs, welcome. They said another drama unfolded in the palace as Igbi had entered the palace of the Ooni of Ife after a short trip that she made without knowing that Ooni of Ife was in a very terrible state of mind at the time. Now, unfortunately, Igbi had entered at the time where they said another woman who was part of that cat conference had passed on, and that woman had the same confession in her mouth that they were summoned by one of the Oloris. But right now, these people are saying they were summoned by one of the Oloris, but they didn't call the Oloris name. Some are saying they were summoned by some of the Oloris, but this woman said it was a particular Olori that summoned her. And that was why she was part of the cat conference, and that Naomi rain fire of destruction on them that have plagued them with whatever it has plagued them, and it is beginning to look as though there is indeed no hiding place for them. Now, they said when Igbi stepped into the palace, Igbi now came to come and greet Kabiesi. They say Kabiesi got so mad. Kabiesi said, I know it was you. You, this is the reason why you have been going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Igbira here, Igbira there, Igbira. This is why you have been going. You were the one who summoned them. I know that it will be no other person than you. They said the way Kabiesi, woke up, they said that was how she got really scared and she fled. And she was shouting that she's not the one, that God will bear her witness. She's not the one. She's not the one. She has absolutely nothing to do with what had just happened. And that is why they say that it's important for us to stay clean, because if you are not a clean person, when anything goes wrong, they will hold you responsible. You may not necessarily be responsible for what is happening, but you will be the first suspect. Right now, I can tell you categorically that everybody in the world is suspecting Igbi. Then the other person is Blue Blue. Then the other person is Ebony, that they are all suspecting. But all of these people are already coming out and saying they have nothing to do with it. Then who else is involved in this whole drama that, could have cost somebody something very great, if not for very bad, if not for the grace of God that is upon the life of Olori Naomi, that gave her the ability to handle them. Because if they had forced her, she probably things would have been worse than they are right now. Even though we do know that in the palace of the Ooni of Ife right now, it's not a win-win situation. It's not some kind of celebration. The situation is getting really, really embarrassing because, of course, whether you like it or not, Ooni of Ife is the king of the Odua people, the spiritual leader of the Odua people. One would expect more, as in one will expect that things will be better than they are right now with the Ooni of Ife, but unfortunately it is what it is. They say when Kabiyesi saw Igbi, that was how the man rushed Igbi, saying, I know it was you. You were the one who summoned them. You were the one who wanted them to hurt Olori Naomi. It has to be you. There's no other person. They say that was how she too, she ran out. She was screaming that she is not the one. She has nothing to do with it. That why is it that when something happens, people will just be pointing at her? Even for those things that she knows nothing about, people will just be pointing at her. But who in this world will believe that Igbi will not be the one responsible for this? If Igbi is really not responsible for this, who will be responsible? Then it means that it will be either Blow Blow. Of course, with this whole thing, everybody knows that it's between Igbi and Blow Blow. Everybody knows. Even Kabiyesi himself knows that this whole thing is between Igbi and Blow Blow. These are the people who have the capacity of doing something so heinous. There's nothing they cannot do to ensure that Naomi does not return back. As a matter of fact, they don't even want to see Naomi. They don't want Naomi anywhere around the Ooni of Ife. Talk less of, or talk more of entering the royal manor. So that is why they will do anything. But thank God too, they are beginning to see that Naomi is not and easy not to crack. I have said this over and over again. God is showing them this by the day. So I really hope that they come to the realization that if they continue in this trajectory, somebody might just buy. I'm going to bring you more update. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. I love you guys. Please subscribe. Do not forget these are all alleged, rumored, and speculated information making the rounds on social media.